Hello, partners. Matt Vosberg here from the partner team here at Thrive, and we are super excited about, well, a lot of things, but something that's happening very soon, and you all want to be in on this is the marketplace, the old marketplace where campaign publishing, content publishing has taken place for many years. We are retiring that old marketplace. And the reason we're retiring it is because we've got this awesome, shiny new tool that you all should have heard of and be using. It is called Solution Launchpad. And so I'm going to walk through here today for you how you need to adjust to this change and the things you need to be doing to make sure that you're good to go with all of your automations, your campaigns, and all the content and the solutions that you're building out. So you've got everything squared away there. Because the old marketplace, you're not going to be able to use that once we retire it, and we want to make sure that you don't have stuff in there that you need. We want to make sure we get it all into Solution Launchpad, and you can do so much more with it in there anyway. So let's jump right in. I'm going to show you where you get to Solution Launchpad in case you haven't seen that yet. I'm also going to show you how to go and check on your campaigns and automations in the old marketplace so you can do kind of an audit. We're going to kind of go through that and then make sure you know how to get access to Solution Launchpad if you haven't accessed it before. And then we'll get you next steps and get you all the things you need to get up to date with this. So let's jump right in. So the very first thing I want to show you is let's go to the marketplace, the old marketplace. So I'm going to come over here to marketplace.infusionsoft.com, and you'll sign in with your Keep user ID, right? The one you use to sign into a Keep app. And once you're in here, you go to this little icon up here as you normally would if you're using the old marketplace, and you can see your campaigns. You can also see a history of the installed campaigns, right? So if there's something that you're thinking, oh man, where was that? Well, these are the places you're going to go to find these old campaigns and the automations and get them updated. So first, let's go here to My Campaigns. So you can see in here under listings all of the campaigns, all the automations that I have published into the marketplace in the past that I'm able to install into my clients' apps, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to need to go through here and identify which campaigns, which automations you're going to want to continue using and the ones that you're going to want to bring into Solution Launchpad. So this is the best first place to come to just kind of do an audit, just take an inventory of what you have in the marketplace and what you want to bring over to Solution Launchpad and all of that. So as you can see, you can come through here and if you need to go in and take a look at the automation, you can jump in and I might recommend installing it if you're like, I have no idea where that is, but I don't even know what's in this thing. You might have some stuff like that. So it's just one way to kind of, be sure of what's in there, but pretty straightforward. Nothing really advanced here. We just want to make sure you know where to go to look for all of the campaigns you publish to the marketplace through the content publishing functionality. Now, to look at the history of your installed campaigns, this is probably going to be a little more helpful in determining what you want to bring over. So you can see here what has been installed, right? And so you can see all of the campaigns, the automations, as well as the apps that they were installed to. So I'm in kind of a test internal account here, so there might be some weird things in here, but you can come in and identify things in this way as well. All right. And so you want to, with this, really you need to determine where the campaigns were originally built because that's where you're going to pull them into Solution Launchpad from. So let's get into that next here. So let me jump over to my app. And so if you haven't accessed Solution Launchpad before, there are a couple ways you can get to it. And if you go to access it and you find that you don't have access to it, I'm going to show you where you can go to request that access as well. But all certified partners should have access set up in their main paid app. And so I'm going to show you how that works here. But if you don't have access to it, let me just bring you over here to, that's right, the partner portal. So again, there are a couple ways to get to Solution Launchpad. One is through the portal. See, we have linked your app right here to your Solution Launchpad. So you can get to it through the partner portal by clicking on that link up in the top here. Also, we do have a Solution Launchpad article, which contains information about Solution Launchpad, as well as the link to the form that you need to fill out in order to request access. So in here, in this article, see all of this great information, but right here, if you need to access Solution Launchpad, you click this link. It's going to take you to this form and fill out this form, and you will get access to Solution Launchpad. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But again, you can access Solution Launchpad from inside the portal on the home page there, like I showed you as well. But here's how most partners are accessing Solution Launchpad, I think, is through these settings in your paid app. This is your live paid Keep app. So going to settings, and if you're in Max Classic, old Infusionsoft, you can go to settings and get to Solution Launchpad from there as well, your admin settings. So, but here we are, Solution Launchpad link. I'm going to click this, and really straightforward, really straightforward. How you bring your campaigns, your automations into Solution Launchpad. Really is, you're going to love this. So here I am. This is what you're going to see the first time you go into Solution Launchpad. So if you haven't gone in before, you see this, it's your first time. So we've got some great information, an overview of how Solution Launchpad works in this video. We also have that video in the portal where I was just showing you. So either way, you can get up to speed on all of that. But I'm going to show you how this works. We're going to click Get Started and jump right in. So, oh, look at this. Wonderful new support resources. We do love it. Here we go. So I'm inside Solution Launchpad. Okay. And I need to add items to Solution Launchpad. And yet, as you guessed it, I will click the Add Shareable Items button. Now, this is going to allow me to bring in a variety of features and pre-configured items and components of Keep. We just want campaigns. We just want automations right now. So I'm going to come here on this menu to Automation Builder. Now, the campaigns, the automations, they need to be in a sandbox that you are a partner on, right? Your sandbox. And you can pull in automations from multiple sandboxes. A lot of partners do that. And so that's one thing. If you go in here to bring in automations and you don't see them, chances are you need to switch to a different app, to the appropriate sandbox where those items are located, or you simply are not the actual owner of that automation and cannot bring those things in. Only automations that you created in one of your sandboxes are able to come into your Solution Launchpad. So if you have issues there, I'm going to recommend you reach out to your partner manager and they can get you connected with our team to look into that. But there are going to be some very rare instances where we're able to make any kind of accommodations to try and help with any of those situations. So just want to make sure you've got those that ownership of those apps. So anyway, let's go in here. I'm going to take a look at, this looks like a good app to pull in from. So I'm going to go to my automation builder. And now I'm going to see all of the automations in this app. And I can choose from them. So let's say I get this rate and review. Look at that, Thrive Rocks. Okay, how about that? I got a couple fun little things in here. Let's go with that. It's going to load some more for me, but let's say we're done. Say I've just got those three. Okay, so you can see here that I've got three selected. All right, and I can insert these. Okay, now again, if you have campaigns in multiple apps, no problem. You can bring them all in here all at the same time. So let's see, I've got, oh boy, some partner apps in here. Let's not go into those. My goodness, I'm getting myself in trouble here. Not a typical demo account here, folks. So bear with me here. I'm going to use this Health and Wellness by Keep app. That is an internal app. So look at this. I'm going to go grab some automations from this sandbox. And now, all right, so this is a great example. We have some automations, campaigns that are grayed out here, right? And what that means either the campaign is owned by somebody else, automation is owned by somebody else, or it means that you installed it from a different app and you would need to go and find the app that it was originally created in, right? So um, pretty straightforward. If you have a campaign that is grayed out, you can't find it, you need to get it, that is going to be a situation where you'd want to contact your partner manager and they can help get a request in for that. But again, very rare case that we're able to accommodate that kind of thing. But this is what that means is you don't have access to it and you need to either um, pull it from the app that it was built in, or reach out to your partner manager. So here I'm just going to choose this one because I do have access to that one. So I'm going to select that. It's done. Insert that selected. So now you can see I've got 4 automations selected, and they're from 2 different apps, right? So we're really trying to make it super easy for you to bring all of the things together into Solution Launchpad so you can deploy it with the click of a button, right? Very exciting stuff. And again, you can add in to your solutions, the Solution Launchpad, all of these features. So as you're doing this, as you're updating your automations and campaigns out of the old marketplace and into Solution Launchpad, really valuable to be thinking about all the ways you can package up and productize and create these solutions using all of these features. Okay, so I'm going to come back here, and the next step is for me to simply go and uh, get this into a shareable format. So this is a wonderful example here too. You can see that in this particular error message, and you might get an error message, um, this item is not shareable. So does not like this. So what I need to do when I get an error like this, I'm not going to try and figure out what this error is. Okay. I'm going to make a note of it, but I'm going to come back here and it's this follow up on a promo. It doesn't like that. Uh, yeah, I think it's just that one. So if I take this out and we go next, see how I did that? Removed that one. Come on. Should work just fine. Here we go. Yep, it's exporting. Let it do its thing. Now it is complete. So this is a group of items that I just brought into Solution Launchpad. I could share these, right? I could actually push these into an app directly. I can create a link to share it. I could turn this into a bundle. I can do all of these things, but for this purpose, I'm simply bringing them over into Solution Launchpad so that I can package them up and deploy them later, right? So I'm going to skip sharing on this. Just click done, and it's going to take me back to my main list of items where you can see the items that we just brought in are shown right here in this list. Now, like I said, you can bundle things up, and that's all in the instructional videos. But if you go to bundles, that's where you're going to see groupings of multiple items and automations, and you can do that in that step that you saw where it gave me the option to create a bundle at the end there, right? So that's what that is. That's where those are. So let's really quick, let's go back and look at that error again. I'm going to come back in here into this app and uh, the automation builder. It was that follow up on a promo, right? Um, bring this in. I'm going to insert selected, and when I go to hit next, it should give me that error again. Okay, great. So here it's telling me what's wrong, what the error is, and then it's giving me a path to get to this item, right? Now I could go and remove the item from the list like we did there, or I can click here to remove the item. But essentially what this is telling me is that there's a tag in here that is not able to be reshared for whatever reason. And in this case, it just happened to know this tag was originally created in a different app, and then it was included in this automation. So that's a little bit a little bit of a weird situation. But if you have an error, and it's usually going to be something similar to that, it's going to tell you what's wrong and where to go to fix it. And so in those cases, you either need to update the item in the automation or remove that item from the automation so that the automation can be shared successfully. So let's go back a little bit here. I want to make sure that you understand all of the types of automations that you can bring in here and the types of items that you can bring into Solution Launchpad. So in order to import and add items from an app, the source app, the app you're bringing them in from, it needs to be one of the following. It needs to be either a sandbox that you have access to, right? And with that, you can share them immediately in Solution Launchpad, like I just showed you. Also, your primary app, the paid app, you can share those immediately as well. So sandboxes and primary app, you can share from those. Now, if you have another paid app that you own, you can submit a migration request and do that with your partner manager. We do, have some stipulations around approval of those, but another place you can bring automations in from is if there's a deleted sandbox that you used to have access to, we can submit a migration request for that as well. That's of course going to be a little more of an edge case, but those are the four types of scenarios or types of apps that you can bring stuff in from into Solution Launchpad. So sandbox that's active that you're the owner of or that you have access to, primary app, another paid app that you own, we can do a migration request, or a deleted sandbox. Now, you will not be able to upload items that you've originally created in a client app, okay? And so in that case, you're going to need to rebuild those automations in order to bring them into Solution Launchpad to be shareable, okay? So those would be the first campaigns that I would be on the lookout for if I was you. I'd be going and finding any automations that you originally created in a client app that need to be rebuilt so that you have time to get those rebuilt. And it's a great opportunity too, I got to mention, to update and clean up automations, right? And maybe enhance them a little bit. So it will take a little bit of time to do that, but some great benefit in it as well. So silver lining for you. But yes, if you build something in a client app, you cannot add it into Solution Launchpad. All right. So that's really all there is to it. The one last thing I want to show you is how you get to the settings around users and permissions. Okay. So I'm going to come over here into settings back in my app and right here under users and permissions. I can see all of my users, but I'm going to go to roles and permissions tab up here. And you can see in this app, I've got 4 different roles: admin, limited admin, manager, and staff. Now we can create new roles as well, and you do that for any reason really. But if you need a new role created and specifically for Solution Launchpad access for your team, for your staff, you might consider creating a new role that's got some custom permissions. But I'm going to show you just kind of the blanket way to do this. Admin always has access to Solution Launchpad. So I'm going to click on the role and then here on the permissions tab like I did. And I scroll down and you can see here, there's that Solution Launchpad permission. You do have access to it, right? Limited admin, same kind of deal. You can see all of the permissions here. Now manager, by default, does not have access to Solution Launchpad. If you want to change that, you can do that right here. Just toggle that. Again, if you need a specific set of permissions that include Solution Launchpad that you don't see represented here and you're not wanting to change the permissions on an existing role, just create a new one. You create a new role and build all that in just how you like it. Okay? All right. So that, my friends, is the way to get your automations, your campaigns that you have previously been using in the old marketplace that is going away. We're retiring it into Solution Launchpad. the new awesome coolness that you really want to be using. And again, something that's so powerful about this is the ability to not only share all of the items very quickly in a very, robust way, but you're able to now package Keep Up with this in a way that aligns with the products and services that you offer in a much more holistic way. And again, this is just so fast and very powerful. So we're very excited about it. Again, if you have questions or you need help with any of this, please reach out to us, reach out to your partner manager, and we can get you help with all of that. But very excited to see what you all do with Solution Launchpad, and looking forward to working with all of you in the very near future. Thank you so much.